afternoon, hello and welcome. You're tuned into Times Now and you're watching this Saturday edition with me, Poonam Burde. And the big story we're tracking at this hour is the selective crackdown on hate that seems to be happening in Hyderabad. There is a free run, at least selectively, in Hyderabad under the TRS government. Now remember, on Thursday, amid high drama, suspended BJP MLA T Raja, in fact, was taken into custody by the Hyderabad police for the same charge of insulting the Prophet. But the same alacrity seems to be missing when it comes to several others in that particular state, because now there is a Congress sympathizer, Aayesha Farin, whose threat video is going viral. This woman on your screens is calling for cutting out Raja Singh's tongue for making comments against the Prophet. Aayesha Farin, who calls herself Telangana Congress's Minority Wing Vice President, is caught on camera openly inciting violence and threatening Raja Singh. Listen in.
पेन चैलेंज करती हूँ, तेरे टांग पे टांग डाल के चीर दूंगी, तेरे घर के समेत तेरी जबान यहां से निकाल दूंगी। अगर पार्ट 2 निकालने का सोचना नहीं, जो अब निकाल के बहुत बड़ी गलती कर दिया, हमारा दिमाग खराब कर दिया। तू दिखेगा तो तेरा ऐसा हर्ष करूंगी कि तू खुद, तेरे घर वाले खुद नहीं।
Shomit, my colleague, now joins us live for more on this. That is just a 20-second clip, viewers, that we've gotten for you. The long video goes on to spew venom against Raja Singh, also against the TRS government, for giving a free run to people like Raja Singh, who is known to make controversial comments. What's interesting, Shomit, is that same TRS government is also finding itself at the receiving end for not acting against people like Aayesha Farin.
Well, exactly, now a video has emerged where we can clearly see, Congress leader. She's actually well-known Congress leader from the Nampally Assembly constituency, and she's openly giving threat, to suspended BJP MLA, even after he got arrested yesterday, and even earlier, he was arrested by the police. But however, court has, returned his remand request and asked the police to immediately set him free. So, this Congress leader, Aayesha Farin, we can clearly see, we can hear, her threatening, video where she's clearly claiming that if action is not initiated and, because his derogatory statements against Prophet Muhammad, she will rip his part, she will rip his apart. And however, we are trying to speak to the Congress leaders, but also with Aayesha Farin, but, her phone is not reachable, and as well as even other Congress leaders are not responding on our issue. And even we tried to speak to the police said that it is not in our notice, but we will try to seek more information on that issue, and also we will register a case against her. That is what we are hearing from the police as of now.
Right, do stay on with me, because while Raja Singh has been slapped with 2 additional notices and rearrested for alleged hate speech earlier this week, now Aayesha Farin roams free. And she's not the only one, because at least 4 other AIMIM leaders who chanted the controversial Sartan Se Juda slogans in full public view are given the long rope by the Hyderabad police. What's worse is that 90 of those who chanted those murderous chants and went on a riotous rampage were benevolently left off by the police just a few days ago, something that Asuddin Owaisi even today is defending. Is this not hypocrisy on hate in Hyderabad? That is what Times Now and the entire country is asking.
मैं उन लोगों से अपील कर रहा हूं कि आप अगर वायलेंस के ताल्लुक से बात करेंगे, हिंसा और तशद्दुद के लिए आप बात करेंगे, तो फिर कानून अपना काम करेगा और काम करना भी चाहिए। आप तशद्दुद, वायलेंस, हिंसा के लिए अगर आप इस तरह की बातें बकवास करेंगे, तो कानून को अपना काम करना चाहिए। ये नहीं हो सकता कि आप इस तरह की बकवास करेंगे और कोई वीडियो जारी करेगा, तनाव का माहौल पैदा होगा, तो फिर आपको इस शहर में, शायद आपको इस शहर का सुकून, चैन, यहाँ की आबोहवा पसंद नहीं आ रही होगी। अभी बोल रहे टाइम्स नाउ के पत्थर का विजुअल है। आप लोग अपने टीवी चैनल पे असदुद्दीन ओवैसी को दूल्हा बना दिए। मुबारक हो आपको, मैं आपका शुक्रिया अदा करता हूं। आप लोगों का पेट नहीं भरता जब तक हमको दूल्हा नहीं बनाए। मैं आपका हाथ जोड़ के शुक्रिया अदा करता हूं। आपने उन बच्चों को जिसके घर में टास्क फोर्स घर के दरवाजे तोड़कर अंदर जो सो रहे थे, जिसके एक पे तो जिस्म पे कपड़े नहीं थे, उनको उठा लिया, तो उनको छुड़ाया, तो कौन सी गलती हुई भाई? हमने नुमाइंदगी रिप्रेजेंटेशन करना मेरा काम है।
Criminal law in India applies throughout the length and breadth of the country, and Hyderabad is. Telangana government will also have to ensure that law is equally applied to every offender and every victim, whether it is the provocative statement made by one section or it is a retaliatory violent action. The law has to treat all of them in accordance with the established principles of criminal justice.
Now, Shamit, we're given to understand that this video that is now going viral is from the last 2 days, right after Raja Singh was rearrested by the Hyderabad police. Has any action been taken? Has a complaint been filed or an FIR been filed against Aayesha Farin?
No, as of now, no complaint has been filed because we spoke to the local police. They said that, as of now, we don't have any information on her because several videos emerged on social media where people were threatening suspended BJP MLA, as well as, few even threatened the administration, the state government, and also the chief minister. So as of now, police said that we are trying to seek more information and no one will be spared and action will be initiated. But however, that looks like, some selective action is being imposed and being taken by the police because, since past few days we are seeing several leaders have come out openly outside and along with their followers giving several, anti-slogans, beheading slogans, Sartan se Juda slogans, and no action has been taken on them yet. But people like Rashid Khan, the Congress leader who has been arrested and later bail has been granted, and also, activist was also arrested, Kashaf, and he was granted bail. So police are saying that we are trying to initiate action, we are trying to identify several people, but as of now situation is peaceful. So we will be working on that. That is what we are hearing from the police department.
Right, Shamit, thank you for getting us the very latest. But is this not hypocrisy on hate? That's the question many are asking today, and which is why we're going to get you some sort of analysis and hopefully some answers from the TRS's Khalikur Rahman, who joins us in this broadcast. Senior editor of the Swaraj magazine, Tushar Gupta, also joining us on this broadcast. But Khalikur Rahman, I want to begin by asking you, do you think that the kind of statements that this woman has made in this particular video are offensive?
See, not only by this particular lady, but whoever makes such kind of statements, they are definitely offensive, and there is a police, there is a law, there is a system which will definitely take care of this, and police is,
Why
looking into all this.
Why hasn't it taken care of it then, sir, in the last 48 hours?
Let me say, I mean, you are not allowing me to say, you are interrupting me in
between.
between.
I just asked you a simple question, whether you find it offensive or no. You answered my question saying you find it offensive, which is why now I'm asking you that at least it's been Thursday is when Raja Singh was rearrested, after which this video has come out. So it's been more than 2 days now. 48 hours is not enough for the police to act, to take suo motu cognizance and act against this woman?
Police is working on that. Police is actually going through, all the CCTV footages, and based on that, police will definitely, take the appropriate action as per the laid down procedures of the law. So, and you are me sitting here. We cannot just simply say that any action has been taken or not, because the police is there, and the police will definitely not spare anyone. Whoever is found guilty or chanting slogans there in the video are the CCTV footages. That you can be rest assured of. And the Telangana police, in fact, the first and the foremost duty of the Telangana police to maintain the law and order situation, which in fact had disrupted because of the derogatory remarks of Raja Singh. And after that, you have seen that what happened earlier when Nupur made these kind of statements, so the entire country engulfed into the, the communal violence. But Telangana police, I must really, say kudos to Telangana police, for the reason is, in spite of all that, they were in a position to maintain the law and order situation. They always kept the strict vigil, on the entire situation. So now I think this is the time that we have to give it to the police to act on all these people, whoever is found guilty. No one is there to shield anyone, actually.
So some would not agree with you, and I'd like to ask Tushar Gupta that do you think that the police is doing all that they can and doing it with the same alacrity that they showed in Raja Singh's case? Yes, Raja Singh made controversial comments. He should be jailed for it and face the law. Fair enough, but why not the others?
You know, they've become a trend that there are different yardsticks to measure the blasphemy statements made by people. There have been...
Mr. Rahman, you had your time. I let you make your point. Let Mr. Gupta respond.
Please.
The problem is now it's become a trend. It's not just Hyderabad, it's all across India. It's become a trend. The yardstick with which we measure the blasphemy of a certain person or committed by a certain person depends on the party they come from. I'm not against the arrest of Raja Singh or his detention. He's made a controversial statement. He's made statement that offends a lot of people from some committee. It should be taken care of legally. But what happens on the other side? Suddenly people have it on your channel or other channels defending, oh, it's a natural reaction to what Raja Singh said. A woman goes on to make Sar Tan se Juda, remarks, and it's again a natural reaction. This is what we saw with Nupur Sharma's case also. Violence across the country, riots across the country, arsoning across the country, and what people say, oh, it's just a natural reaction to what she said. What people don't understand is that you can be offended by someone's statement, but you have to take the legal recourse at the end of the day. You cannot call Nupur Sharma's or Raja Singh's statements blasphemous while coming onto the roads, protesting, arsoning and doing whatnot. That is my problem. And you know what happens when episodes like Udaipur and Amravati happen, the unfortunate killings? We keep asking this question every now and then. What led to this? How could this have happened? How could a democracy like India witness such beheadings? And this is why it happens, because we give political cover fire to such sympathizers who come on camera, who have the audacity to say that we do not believe in the legal system of this country. Hame sar tan se juda chahiye, jisne blasphemy statement bola. This is not how it should happen. The yardstick should be the same. If Raja Singh is arrested, such people should be arrested right away. No way saying that
and that's
police
really the point of the matter here, Khaliqur Rahman, that you have to apply the same yardstick to everyone. The law is equal for everyone. So if Raja Singh can be rearrested within 48 hours of being released on bail for the very same charge, then why are several others not arrested or rearrested if they've gotten bail, if the charge is the same?
Why the political cover fire? Why the political cover fire?
There is no political cover-up, let me tell you, and the police, in fact, is not having any kind of selective action. It is all collective action. And the police, in fact, had arrested these people. They were let off. Now, police, in fact, is again making an application for the rearrest of these people who were let off by the court. And police has never, gone soft or has never been lenient in their approach. Let me tell you. And the entire, nation has watched that. And I'm sure the Times now, in fact, is one channel which has been, covering 24/7 only Hyderabad. And, there is also the other side of the story which you are not trying to say, because there were also people, in that mob, who were trying to, pacify the mob. And they were trying to, complement and supplement the efforts of the police. They were assisting the police in maintaining the law and order. So we also have to show both the sides of the coins, not just only the one side. And now let me tell you, because,
there is no one side that is being shown here on Times Now, Khaliqur Rahman. We've tried to show both sides of the story. We're also taking viewpoints of everyone, which is why you are invited on this show to put forth the state government's point of view. And which is why we're asking you these questions, because you are responsible for the law and order in the state.
We are definitely, because if you see the kind of law and order, what you have seen, especially during this last, 1 week in Telangana, this is exemplary, I would say. Had this incident happened in any other state, I don't know what would have happened.
Khaliqur Rahman, it's great that you're patting the back of the Hyderabad police, but Tushar Gupta and many others would not agree with you on that. There's a lot more that needs to be done, especially the kind of contradictions we've seen in the way these cases just in the last 1 week have been handled. I'm running out of time. Both gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us here on this broadcast.